You know what I've realized? I always put the camera there and it looks like I never move. I just stay here, you know? So this is the final drawing. Okay? Check it out. Cheeky. What am I saying? The whole sketch on the carpet basically, just to see what it looks like, how the scale looks as well. It looks fucking phenomenal. It looks amazing. And there's a person sitting here laughing at me recording this shit. The most tedious process of all of this, I'll get back to you when I stitch it all up. You don't need to see that. Okay, I'm not going to push you through that. You did nothing wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the other half. Here's a scale. No, here's a ruler for a scale. Stitched up drawing. And use me as a ruler again, as a scale. For scale. There you go. I hate stitching this shit up, honestly. But it gets the job done. Until I get a projector. Some blank canvas. What else? Hello everyone. I've been procrastinating for too long and I think I have to make a move on, you know. So this is where I'm gonna leave it. I think this is good enough to just get into the work and start painting. I'm gonna make the back straight lines ink, but that's it. I think I'm gonna start painting this now. I've been sitting on my ass for too long. Look what's going on there. Can you see this? The ink gets smudged. It's taking a lot longer than I anticipated because I'm like mixing colors, trying to figure out all this stuff. Look at this. I mean, look, are you serious, right? I literally got back from the gym. First thing in the morning, what I'm doing, taking reference pictures. Oh man, the back looks pretty good, not gonna lie. I haven't seen my back. I don't know if you can see properly, but yeah. The reason why I was trying to do this is just, even if you draw from your imagination, I'm like, I haven't drawn people that much, so it's always nice for me to take a reference picture so I can like see how the spinal kind of like curves. And one of the main things I really wanted to see was like the shoulder, like this arm in the back. It's like I would have just drawn it like this, but obviously it's in perspective, so it's just behind the back, back as in like my back muscles. Yeah, damn son. But yeah, I know exactly I'm looking at now. But yeah, first thing I did when I got back from the gym is literally start taking reference picture. First I did it, I took in my shirt, and then I was like, I have to see what's under there, and then obviously took it off. Yeah, this is really helpful. I think I have the character looking like the head is kind of back and like it looks very straightish, the whole thing. And also, I'm not like in action either, so I bet the balance would be different if you were like sliding. That's why I took screenshots of the character. I had the game obviously, so I kind of just went in photo mode, took some screenshots as well, just to get like an idea. Came back, took pictures on my camera. I literally set it up like that, put it on a table, put it on self timer. I started taking pictures. One thing I forgot to check was like where I want the camera to be. I'm not sure if it was like level with me on the floor or like higher or like around the head height. Fuck it, man. It's not like I'm gonna draw the exact thing, so just needed to see where things are. Yeah. That's your boy's gym outfit, by the way. I did like a quick layout. So that's the spear. She's holding it, and top of that, she's like about to, get in a fight with this thing called what was it? Fuck. It's like a cheetah. Basically, I took the cheetah underlay and then put the machine on top. Kind of just like this all wiggly stuff. Then I just went with an eraser and then toned it all down. Now I'm gonna go with this. Make things darker, more detail. Let's see how it goes. I'm not even sure how this whole thing's gonna unfold. So yeah. Oh yeah, it's called Stalker. I remember it now. Been working on the body and using reference picture there. I took that screenshot just to get the details, like all that stuff she's carrying. But I'm not drawing everything, man. I'm not a game designer. Just finished drawing the spear as well. I'm not following the exact science with all of this, but just enough to give it like Horizon vibe to it. And I'm gonna start working on this soon. I'm gonna have lunch first. That's it. I'm just gonna leave a very rough. With the game design, you could see like how much detail they go into, but when it comes to this, I don't want to go that deep into it. I think that will just look weird. So yeah, look how rough it looks. I like the body though. Finished doing the legs on the stalker and the head. The details are pretty crazy. I'm trying to think like an impressionist, but man, it's taking a while. God damn. So one thing about drawing games and stuff is someone's already done all the work, so it's easier to find all the references. And this is what we have now. Like I said, I'm not following every single detail, just enough to get the gist, So that's all done. Now I have like What am I even saying? So I haven't even done any shading yet. So I feel like just picking up the pen and then blacking things out here and there, and then think on the paper. But that might be dangerous. So I'm gonna see what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Right now, I feel like just use a ruler and stuff on the straight things. Like no, like all the technical stuff. I wanna do use a pen, and the rest I feel like I should just start inking it with a brush. We'll see. So what's up, everyone? Check out the new fit. Now I shouldn't be getting sick. Keeping it warm. Da 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 da. I was gonna work on this drawing, right? This is the one I've been recently working on. This is my pencil sketch of Horizon Zero Dawn fan art. And I've been putting it off because I got caught up in other sort of work. But yeah, looking at this after maybe like 2-3 weeks, I think it looks okay. That's what I say about every single piece I do, don't I? But that's how it goes, man. It's like you put it away from your face, your eyes, your house, or even, and then come back to it later on, and you look at it with fresh eyes. It hits different. I was just testing out the micron pen as well. Like I was just seeing how these micron pens are. You know, they flow really well, and I realized I can't just get into inking straight away. So what I'm gonna do is pencil like where the light is coming from, what kind of areas I want blacked out, that sort of stuff. I should do that first, then jump into inking. Why would I make it harder for myself? Da, da, da. Whether if I'm gonna paint or not, that's after I complete this ink drawing. But yeah, man, check it out. You know, look like I work in tech. Ladies and gentlemen, I did not start inking or even did that penciling shadows and stuff I said I was gonna do. And I've been just putting this drawing off and just leaving it behind. I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't know what's going on with me, man. But I'm like, fuck it, man. Now I'm just gonna start inking it straight away. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna go any more into this. It's already tiny. I mean, it's not that big. It's like big in size when you hold the whole paper, but when you zoom in, there's not enough room to like plan this thing out. At least for me right now, it's so small. Like each little thing, but I can keep making excuses. But I think the best thing to do is to pick up a pen and just start doing this and be okay with it if it all goes to shit. I have scanned it, I can just print it on another paper, ink it, and it all comes down to if I'm willing to waste time if it goes all bad. And I'm ready to do that. I do that every day. Okay, 5 minutes in, right? That's what I've got. And I'm like, why have I been putting this off for so long? That I'm already having fun. Like this is fun. It's not that hard, man. You know, toxic talk I've been doing for the past 2 days. That might be it. Yeah. But yeah. So this is how far I have gotten, and I'm thinking about just really going black on this, like black out as much area as possible. Really make this character scary looking. That's my plan for this one. And I don't know, man. I haven't touched a brush. I don't think I will use a brush on this. Only micro pens. Mainly because these details are way too tiny. Just to give you like a reference point, I mean, that's the hand, right? That's my finger, little finger. Basically finished. I want to get like triangles in the background, and I want to get the triangles to be perfect. So 60 degrees angle triangles, and I don't know how I'm gonna do that. I might just print it out or get those 30, 60, is it? 30, 60, and 90 degree triangles, and then use those to create one and then just stack those lines up. But what I actually wanted to say is that the techie things in this game are so full of mashup of tech things. I can imagine game designer just kind of just mashing things together to come up with this stuff and then refining afterwards. Man, drawing them has been a challenge. And when I drew this, I was looking at videos people have, like of 3D model, and then the gaming pictures like that. People who have designed this thing, right? And some other pictures as well. So loads of stuff like that. But in an illustration, drawing all of that just doesn't make sense. So like I said, I was going to refine it. I mean, the pencil drawing I did, that was a month ago. So when I came back to this, oh man, I was like, what are these lines? I'm not even understanding all of this because I completely forgot what was what, and then I had to look at pictures again. I'm like, that doesn't look like it's in this picture. Then I remember I looked at one of those collector items that people buy, and then what details they're showing on there, because that's like 3D physical model made. I mean, it looks like the thing I was trying to make. So that's there. That's what it looks like. Right? And then I might do a little background and be done with this. Whether if I'm gonna paint it or not, I'm not sure. But my goal is to keep it very simple like I have done here, but like even simplify it a bit more when I paint it, if I am going to paint it. But the technical thing, oh man, that was complex. A lot of lines. But now I have blacked things out, you know. Things look digestible. Yeah, I started filming with this as well. You know, get the close-up shots. You know, as long as it looks like the game character or like people get what this is, I think this is a successful drawing. And you can't really miss it when she's holding that spear. You know. Oh, I always forget when I put it against the light, and then when I show you guys, and then it's like against the light, I can see the reverse image. I think I'm gonna leave this tonight and then look at it tomorrow and then add a little touches there. I don't want to go too into realistic stuff, so my brain starts to think, oh, where does the light come from? Where can I add a shadow? How can I show reflector light? All those things, and it gets too complex and it gets all muddy. So my goal is to leave some ink drawing like that, and then where it's possible to show light, like where the light is coming from, to show shadows and stuff, I may add that into it. Otherwise, I think we will leave this like that. You know what I've realized? I always put the camera there and it looks like I never move. I just stay here, you know? So this is the final drawing. Okay? Check it out. Cheeky out. Cheeky. What am I saying? What am I saying? Oh, so this is the final drawing, right? If you look at the background, we've got some triangles in the background. I scanned this thing. No, not scan this. The pencil. I had a scan of the pencil drawing. So I took it in a vector program, and then I put the triangles on top just to see how it looks, right? And when I had the triangles perfect, so each side is the same and the angle is the same, it looked weird. It looked weird in the sense that it looked like it was longer on top, right? Optically, I think it didn't look right to my eye. And when I put the triangles within the frame exactly in order, like so do you see how it's cut off from the top and the bottom and the sides, right? It wasn't like that. So I had perfectly laid out triangles in within the border. I didn't like it. It didn't look right to me, so I kind of just expanded it, and then and I like that. So the next idea was to print it and then just draw over it. But man, I couldn't get it to work properly. The new software I'm using, I haven't touched Adobe in a while, so it's been interesting using Affinity. But then I'm like, fuck it, I'll just draw it myself. So I kind of imagined one triangle, right, to my taste. So it's around the Aloy's head, and that something was deliberate. So I know like the triangle is like around her instead of cutting anywhere. And I just extended that line, bottom line, top line, and then just evenly spaced out lines. That's it. And they turned into triangles. If you're just looking at it like that, nothing seems wrong. And I also had like an idea to put like little circles where they intersect. I don't think that would have worked well. It works just in that area, but if I'm looking for intersection points all over the page, there's not many, and I think it would be just distracting. But who knows? I might change it when I paint. But here it looks good. I think overall criticism for this, I think like the drawing is pushed to this side a bit. It feels heavy there. Which looking at it in reverse looks like it can work because that thing is going over this person. Maybe I could add more space on this side and make it work better. Yeah, I might do that for the painting. Yeah, it needs more space on this side for sure. I don't know if I shared like the other composition I did. So I did like 5 to 6 composition thumbnails, and there were like two more that I really liked. One where she's like jumping in the air trying to hit the person, and there's one person on the ground. You can see the architecture behind and everything. I think that would have been really nice as well. And I have another one that's like a mid shot, and she's like stabbing someone, a machine. That would work really well, but we'll see. But those composition I might use it for another character or something. They can work for anything, so that's handy. I don't know if I want to share them at the moment, so we'll keep that. We'll keep that on the side. The whole sketch on the carpet, basically, just to see what it looks like, how the scale looks as well. It looks fucking phenomenal. It looks amazing. And there's a person sitting here laughing at me recording this shit. One thing I completely forgot, I wanted to print this whole thing in like light grey, like faded picture, so I could trace it and see where I was tracing. Now it's gonna be tough, so I'm gonna print this shit again. I printed this out first, right? It's darker for tracing. Like if I was light boxing this, it would be amazing to have this opacity, right? And it's got the borderline as well. And I printed it again, and this is a lot lighter, right? But then I forgot to do the border. Not a big problem, but yeah, I'm gonna start cutting this shit up and then stitch it all together. The most tedious process of all of this. I've already stretched the canvas, so I can't like light box the sketch, so I have to trace it using that transfer paper. I'll get back to you when I stitch it all up. You don't need to see that. Okay, I'm not going to push you through that. You did nothing wrong. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the other half. Here's a scale. No, here's a ruler for a scale. Ladies and germs, are you ready to see the final stitched up thing? And look at the scale as well. This is crazy. This is me. Let me move it down a bit. Right, so here we go. Look, oh shit. Look at this thing. It's me next to it. Yeah, boy. I hate stitching this shit up, honestly. Like some parts stitch really well, and then when you have like 10 pages, you know, put together, it just starts warping because things are not aligning perfectly. You know, even though it's printed perfectly, it's physical stuff, you know, when you're putting tape on, trying to match things up. But it gets the job done until I get a projector. Here we have two thumbnails. One has a big machine, which you don't really need to know what it is, but you can, I'm sure you can see the final sketch in this thumbnail, right? I was like, oh, this looks fun, so I went ahead and did this one. And then, especially now that you can see the sketch, you can immediately see what's going on here. And I have other two compositions that I really wanted to do, but I was like, let's just keep it simple, see how tough these machines are to paint and draw, and then we'll see. But yeah, I don't want to show you those right now, but I just wanted to show you this thumbnail. Look how cute this is. This is my finger for scale. I printed two copies of my design, right, as a small scale. What I'm about to do is basically put this onto this card, this paper that I drawn, and then you use that for my color studies. Instead of tracing or doing like little diagrams, I just decided to just print them out and then just do that on top of it. I saw James Gunny do this, Mr. Legend. I was thinking, how many color studies do I want to do? Not color studies, like color experimentations. And I think two should be okay. If I need more, I can always print it and I don't have to trace it. So that's handy. And what I'm going to do is basically use matte medium. So matte medium, a big brush, that should do it. Yeah, I want to see how this goes actually. I want to find out if it works better or no. Seeing this on a smaller scale as well, I'm like, yep, it works. It looks like I can add another one here, you know, so I might do that. No idea how this is gonna work out, but medium there as well. Use a brush, spread it nice and even. Right, same with this. Get it out of my mind. Okay, and then, oh, it's already fucking dry. Are you kidding? Okay, there you go. Alright, press this shit down. More medium on top. More medium the better. Look at that, that's almost dry already. What? Now I'm curious to see, like, what if I just don't put medium on this and then just stick it. No, I think that way it will stick better, so I'll just do a bit more. Just a little bit. Don't stick to the bottom. Pito. No, what the fuck? Fuck, am I stupid? Bobby. See, I had no room to spread this, so I made a stupid mistake. Fuck. Oh. Even when everything was going well, I decided to fuck this up. But I'll salvage this. So I don't know what day this is in the vlog, this painting vlog, but I think I've been very behind on this. I was caught up in a bunch of other stuff. But after doing these color studies, I've realized how long they take. If you're really getting into it, it can take a while. And I end up with this, and not just this, I scrape this off and then I go again, and I've done like 4 or 5 of these. But end result, I have something to work from, to take forward, and then work with. I may not exactly use these colors, but I can like build on this. So the first one I did was this one. I thought the desaturated colors look kind of nice, but I think the background was too powerful. But that's fine. You can like tone it down a bit. And I was so harsh on myself. But while I was doing this, when I was done with this, I was so harsh on myself. I'm like, why do I do that, man? Because I was later, after I had been out and came back to it, I was like, this is not bad. Like, I'm just a very harsh critic. And then a few days later, can you believe that? Not on the same day. A few days later, I do this one. I'm getting a bit messy on this one, you can see. But I love the magentas on this. I love the magenta on this. I like the green. Oh, I forgot. I'm just looking at the third one. I'm gonna show you. I forgot to do something on there. I'll tell you after I show you. And this is the third one. You can see I completely removed the color of the background and kept it very warm grey. It makes the main thing very fun to look at, but if I want to switch that color, I can do that as well. But these are the 3 color studies I've done. Okay, that's how it goes. Time consuming thing. I think I want to get more into abstract color shapes rather than printing the design onto a paper and then filling in some of the areas. Even though I'm not filling in, I'm just dabbing my brushes. Especially on this one, you could see like how impressionistic this is, right? But yeah, I want to get more abstract with these. And one of the things I like to myself all the time is when I'm mixing colors, I'll put it down. I'm like, yeah, of course, I remember it. I made it. But I'm like, I'm not making that mistake again. So on the third one, I started writing down the color mixes, and I just did like my own swatch, and writing down what I mix in there immediately after mixing it or putting it down on this. And if I change my mind, let's say I want to change the color on this, I will just cross it out. That's what this is, just to experiment. And that thing I forgot is the feathers. I forgot to add colors on the feathers, I'm gonna do that now, or I might just leave it. I think I might do that. But yeah, if I had to color the feathers, I might make them green. Who knows? I'm really liking this. Like, especially the machine, the blues on this machine. It looks so nice. I went really saturated on it, but the colors around, they make it really pop well. So now I have some sort of plan. I can execute it. Yeah, I have to thank my past self for writing these down now. I'm gonna be so happy I did that. Oh, that's gonna be the real time saver. Rather than looking at him like, oh, what did I make? Sure. You know what? If I put like a very lighter version of this beige, brown, umber, whatever color on this, it might work, but I think it's not gonna go well for the colors on this person here, on Aloe. You know, always think like, oh, I wish there was like, if I can create like step by step to my process and everything. I think that just defeats the whole purpose of doing any of this. The whole point is the process, is to keep exploring, try different methods, be open to new ways of working and all of that. So yeah, really cool color studies. I'm gonna look at it tomorrow. I think I'm gonna be impressed by myself. Impressed by myself. At first, I was like, shall I do the colors on the back? I'm like, no, no, because my brain was like, can I shell this? And can no. Yeah, really looking forward to it. It's very monochrome. It was very monochromatic in the first stage of me putting the colors down, and then when I started bringing the warm colors, it started getting interesting for sure. Even the monochromatic stage, I think, was nice. I was taking pictures along, and then halfway I forgot. I was like, as I was building up to the final color study, I was taking pictures as I was going each, as I was like putting a new color each time. Yeah, yeah, we'll see. Oh yeah, I think a note for myself: make the tail end magenta. I think that would be cool. And then you have magenta, din din din, moving your eye around. But that's all I have to say. This is pretty nice. I like the greens on this. Right? What do I like about this? Just the whole desaturated vibe. Like the blues interacting with each other. Machine and alloy. Yeah. 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 This is the one I'm going with. Peace. I am currently tracing the whole design onto this canvas, and I feel like there should be a faster way to do this. I know that I've used the light box before, but I mean, like, if it's like a whole canvas with the stretcher bar, you know, how can I do this? And I'm talking about not even like using a projector, something like just quick. And then I started thinking, is it like, what if I just get this printed onto a canvas, you know? Then I'm like, I don't know, I don't know, I don't trust those canvases either. So, but yeah, I think that would be the quickest way to do it. Get it printed on a canvas. Trying to keep things pretty rough, you know. I ain't no game designer boy. You know, I've been complaining about this stage of the process, and I think it's time for me to say some positive things about doing this. And the main thing is that I can't be precise with it. Could be negative, could be positive, but where I want things to go right now, which is to stay loose. And when I trace over these things, they're not like exactly perfect or like exact line that I have on like the original drawing. So I have to go over it again with another pencil or a color pencil or pen, mark or whatever, and that creates like another iteration process to correct things, make things in a certain way, which is pretty nice. So yeah, definitely something positive around this. So this is what it looks like when you take off the paper. Outlines there, so that's good enough for me. And then what I'm gonna do now is pretty much take one of the color pencils, black one. What's this one? There you go. I'm gonna use this one and just go in, shade some of the areas. I prefer like a different color. I think different color would be nice. More like um, earthy color would be cool as well. But yeah, this will do as well. So I started with a color pencil, right? And I'm like, I'm not really getting dark values in there. I thought I could go very quickly. Then I picked up a pencil, normal pencil, a mechanical pencil. Now I'm going with anything I can work with, literally. If I can go quickly with one thing, I'll do it. So currently I'm doing with a marker. And my next tool that I'm gonna use is another marker, but it's like a chiseled marker. This wasn't the plan, by the way. I just felt like this is what I should do, and then I'm doing it. It's pretty efficient, I would say. And I'm debating if I want to go over all these line drawings as well, make them darker, but we will see. I'm spending way too long on this painting. I should have been done a month ago.
Regular list in a notebook, because the thing about that, my notebook closes for a design.
Yeah.
And then so as soon as for a project, I'll have like all day.
Yeah.
Like the pop is really my.
Hello everyone. I've been procrastinating for too long, and I think I have to make a move on. So this is where I'm gonna leave it. I think this is good enough to just get into the work and start painting. I'm gonna make the back straight lines ink, but that's it. I think I'm gonna start painting this now. I've been sitting on my ass for too long. Literally like, can I see through? Can I see through, please? That's what I'm thinking inside my brain. And yes, I can see through. People use all sort of colors. I find like I kind of struggle when I put down like burnt sienna sort of color. I do enjoy like really bright yellow magenta color, but then even then, my eyes get all confused. So my solution to all of that was to put down like a neutral grey color, but even that I made it a little bit more. Look what's going on there. Can you see this? The ink gets smudged. Oh, that's gonna be painful. Uh-oh. Now I know not to use ink. This is where spraying medium helps. I don't have that kind of facilities. Almost. Oh, no way. Literally watching me fuck up. How is that? How's that doing good? Okay, that's working. Okay, that worked. That worked. Alright. Okay, we're gonna leave it like that. Well, future note to myself, do not use ink or let it dry for a whole day. I'm freaking out a little bit, if you can tell or not. So good though. Okay man, I can save it. I've got the skills, technique, the mind. I can see the sketch. Let me just scrape off axis. But yeah, I can see enough to make it work. But yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm gonna record this before I forget to mention. So I had one color picked out for the background, and I thought, you know, I can do a lot more with these triangles. So I started like giving them different colors to create like a focal point, but you could see like boom, 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 and then making a triangle in the middle. And then my next step is pretty much give like a bit of color into the key, like one of the important triangles basically. So my goal here is to basically make that triangle, that triangle, that triangle surrounding this subject, and then same thing over here, doing the same thing like here as well, you know, so it'll connect them together. But yeah, I was like, I can't miss this opportunity, you know, so I wanted to put this here as well. But yeah, I think that was pretty much the best decision for today. And it's taking it's taking a lot longer than I anticipated because I'm like mixing colors, trying to figure out all this stuff. Look at this. I mean, look, are you serious, right? Just testing different shades of warm grays, magentish grays, and then it's what I've arrived at. And the whole point is to not think that attracts a lot of attention. You'll see it once I start working on the main subject. That will just be complementary to all of this. But yeah, still staying around this realm, you know, this greyish background. I feel like I'm only halfway through this painting, and I've been at this for more than 3 weeks, I think. Oh my god. I'm putting like dent on my fingers as well. Oh man. Oh man, it's taking way too long. I don't even know what to say. It's just too detailed, man. Like working on shit like that. The bow. Look at this, right? Let me give you context. This is my fingernail, and that's the detail. Yeah, this is taking ages, but man, the result is just really nice. But I just wanted to, you know, show you myself and tell you what I'm going through right now. You know, labeling each color, like what the mix is, has been the most useful, life-saving thing for me, if I can say that. This entire painting is like I'm mixing my own colors like from scratch. Like usually I have only a little bit changes, like 2 colors mixed. This is I'm working with like 3 or 4 colors together to get something, muted colors or just colors that I don't have. You know, I'm very specific to what I'm trying to say. Basically, mixing when I start mixing more than 2 colors, really funky colors, really nice colors that are like pleasing to your eyes. But when once you start painting, and then you have to make the same color again, it's very tedious work, right? So what I did was I bought like small containers from the works, and I've been keeping those little leftover paints in those little jars. So when I'm done with this painting and I have to go back fix something, I can just use like a drop. I'll show you 3 here. Look, right, and then the big background colors they're like in a little bit bigger containers, like film containers. But yeah, this is what I've been up to. So color is in like in these little containers. I even like put tape. I even put like tape on top, so it doesn't, you know, get dry quickly. But yeah, this is what I'm doing currently. This has been a lifesaver as well. Usually, I kind of just do the part I need to do and then move on. But yeah, I already found so many areas where I have to like go back. Yeah, man, this is very detailed. Taking ages though. I'm gonna take a big break after this. After I'm finished with this. I don't know which week I am currently in. Since I've started painting, you know, that painting right there. And what can I say? I don't know what I'm doing. I've been just doing like other work, you know, managing website, creating video content for social media, YouTube stuff, Instagram, TikTok, just other admin work. And that meant I've been away from this painting for the last 3 days, which is good because I've realized when I'm working on a painting on an easel on this chair, and then I'm like doing this shit, right? I'm like destroying my back, man. And if I wasn't going to gym, I think I would be just in bed for 6 months, because that's like back destroying sort of posture while working on an easel. I have to say, easel is like the worst invention. There has been no progression around easels. I guess not very profitable market, maybe that's why. But man, why can't we come up with some cool shit? I know there's like lean desk that like kind of goes up and down, and you can like lean on that stuff. That might be handy stuff, but I'm just complaining at the moment. Yeah, let's work on that painting. This is where I am so far. Really happy with it, I have to say. I've gone too detail, like I've gone into too much detail in this, but I mean I'm doing like a fan art project, so it has to meet a certain standard. I wanna like next year, hopefully, I wanna like get away from a lot of details, like keep things loose. But right now on this particular piece, I'm going all in. I really love this whole spear, right? Oh my god, it looks amazing. I think once I like finish this, scan it all up, you can like see this close-up images like from that angle, from this camera, about this size. You know, you can't see much, but seeing it like face to face is just something else. I think I've mentioned this before. That color study right there, just amazing. If I'm working on big projects, I'm gonna make sure that when I do color studies, putting down like a swatch under it, and then what color mixes I have in there. But yeah, this is amazing. Today, I'm gonna aim to finish this whole arm and this hand, and get a little bit into alloy, you know, like start working on that trouser maybe, or like the upper body. Oh, I can't get into hand because that's magenta, and all the body parts, like naked body parts, they'll be magenta. So I'm gonna leave that. Finish the arm. That should take no longer than 2 hours. It looks pretty nice. Let me show you this little rope I painted. It's like very impressionistic, and I think it worked out pretty well. I was stressing about like the smallest stuff. That took the least amount of time, and it looks pretty nice. Wait, hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Right there. Look how cute this is. Ta-da! What else? Like you got bigger ropes over there. Pretty interesting. Like you could see like I'm making like these rough marks. I really love those. Where else have I done that? Over there as well, on the top of this crazy machine. But yeah, hopefully I'll get back to you soon. So that's my update so far for you. I want to get this done this week. Today's Tuesday. By hopefully end of Friday, I should be finished with this. I want to get this done and start working on my zine. I can't wait to work on that. I'm really excited for zine, and I can't wait to show it to you as well. Peace.
Footage, I just kind of did a little bit of exposure correction because my first batch of footage was not the best exposure.
So I've just reached the point where I'm almost done with the painting. There's like last bit of thing. There's like only a tiny bit of area left to be painted, and this is where I pull out the. Almost dropped these off. Do you see this? This tiny little containers I showed you, and I'm just gonna go into those areas where I completely forgot to paint and to cover mistakes with these. And I'll show you as well like the two tiny points where I forgot to paint. Okay. So the first point is right there, the tiny part there, and then these lines as well. Maybe I was trying to paint them in different color, but decided not to. So that will be this dark bluish color, and that would be that black, almost like very dark blue color. Look how it looks though, man. That's crazy. I really like the purple. Here, my favorite part is this blue cloth flying around in the opposite direction. When I say mess this up, and I'm using some old brush. I'm so used to this brush now, and I've like adapted to the shittiness of it, so it works really well for me. I don't want to get onto this blue paint. There you go. Done. Like, if I had to mix this color again, that would have been pain. So I'm really happy. By the way, these are such low quality containers, and that's why I bought them, so I can just throw them away. Falling apart instead of like coming out. That's what happened to the first one. See? Completely damaged. I feel like the cork's just gonna split in half. Happening. Oh no. That's what happens. A drill bit goes in there. I'm gonna use just my hands to do this. It's finally out. It's finally out, but like, at what cost? And the little bits are inside as well. But I think I should be able to get the shit done. Review of this, minus 1000 aura points, okay? And there you go. There you go, sir. So when I start my next big painting, I'm gonna make sure I get like proper containers with lids on, like proper lids. There's probably like 25 different colors. If I were to mix every single one color in different container, man, that's a big project. Then the painting has to be really big to make sense. Painting the edges, that something needs to be done, and it's getting done.